What excites me about 2026, I think most people realize the baby boomers are now turning 80 in 2026. It's the first year, and so the cumulative effect of all the work we've done over the last 25, 30 years is really it's been about this moment. And we have done a lot of work to set up the company to make sure that we can serve that resident population. And so I'm excited because of that. It's been a long time coming for some of us who have been here doing this for a long time, but it should be exciting for our organization because there's so many opportunities that can bring. And I think most team members that we have understand what we've done. And I know we're going to answer some questions on where we're going, but they should be excited about our direction. Are we going to go ahead and grow in 2026 quite as fast as we did in 2025? And the answer is unclear. It is not something that I can say with a crystal ball. The opportunities that come to us will be X, Y, and Z from January to December. That's not how it works. However, I will tell you, and folks really should understand this, we manage our growth. And if you look at our growth pattern over the last 5 years, it's in line with the stress that our organization can take with the growth. Obviously, last year was a banner year, a historic year in 2025. And so naturally, our stress matrix, as we call that, for our various management companies are a little higher than they were at the beginning of 2025, and we take that into account. So to answer more directly on our growth question, I do not anticipate the same level of growth or the same tempo of growth, but understanding that opportunities come our way, and as our organization's able to handle that growth, it is our mission. And for everybody, recall our mission is to take care of seniors. And the more we take care of, the more and better life they have. We want to do that. We want to do that as much as possible, but understanding we want to do that within the framework and within the resources we have as a company. The focus for 2026 is my favorite conjunction, as you know, is and, right? And so we have to be able to do a lot of different things. And our focus in 2026, as we continue to refine our construct as a company, is to make sure that we're being very efficient in how we execute our plans. And that's in every discipline. It's at the community level, at the regional level, the management company level, and of course at the home office level. So I think if I was summing up our focus for 2026, it's going to be performance with precision and making sure that we're efficient. Leading the industry has been something that Discovery's been doing for a while. So in 2026, I do not expect that the formula in which we lead the industry to change. And as most team members know very well about Discovery, we want to lead holistically in all categories. So all the interactions with a Discovery managed community from all constituents needs to be at the highest level. And that's our expectation. And so by leading the industry, it comes in many different forms. Of course, from a performance standpoint, for our owners and our residents and the experience they have, but it's beyond that. Sometimes leading is also about thinking about the future. And so the second part of your question about what is beyond 2026, we have been on a long journey together, but there's a long road in front of us. I had mentioned previously about the baby boomer generation coming. Making sure that our company is set up for success long-term is part of leading the industry. We are also leading the industry in other categories, in other ways. As maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't, we have American Seniors Housing Association is an organization that we are very much involved with, as well as other industry organizations. And part of leading is also part of giving back, right? And so we are giving back in a meaningful way to these type of organizations by taking positions of leadership and helping the industry evolve, not just inside of Discovery, but outside of Discovery. We're also allowing the industry to be ready for the success of the baby boomer generation coming through. Our top priorities for this year, similar to previous years, but in particular for this year, what we're really wanting to do organizationally, I know we've been through a lot of change. We have a tech stack. We made the commitment on a 3-year journey to revitalize and revamp our entire tech stack so that we could be data forward as we enter into the next evolutionary phase of our company and the industry. And that journey's coming to an end, and I know everyone's going to be happy with that. but the unification of our data as we go forward and the utilization of that data to allow for a better experience and better outcomes is something we're focused on in 2026. But make no mistake, our focus doesn't change year over year. Our primary focus is to make sure that our residents are receiving the experience that they deserve. And most people who know me know that when I speak about senior living, I think about the honor, right, and the opportunity. And it's definitely our honor to take care of these residents. They deserve a great experience with Discovery Senior Living, and that will always be our North Star. That's where we will end and start each day focused on that. And in the in-between, of course, we're going to digest some growth. We're going to do some of those things that we're talking about in refinement and evolution and those things. But I want to make sure all the team members understand it and hear it from me directly. Despite our desire to grow and do all these cool things, taking care of residents will always be our number one priority. In 2026, you're going to continue to hear about efficiency. And so as we have been creating this platform and our differentiated construct as a company with separated management companies and segmentation, the team members are going to hear more about efficiency, right? And we're using all that technology and that data journey we've been on over the last 3 years to allow for more transparency of information. But the reality is all of that is just cool and fun things to do unless we actually translate that into more efficiency and productivity in our operations. And so team members should expect they're going to be asked to measure things and to be more efficient and productive in it. And there's another really fun one that I think team members will really enjoy is, and I'm teasing this a little bit right now, is our Learning and Development Center. We have been on a multi-year journey there as well, and the idea is that part of the leading of the industry that we had spoken about in previous questions is the workforce development. Our workforce development has not been as good as it should be. I think the attraction and recruitment of folks, we're really good at attracting people to this industry. We want to retain, and the thing that we're going to focus on this year that everyone should feel good about is career arcing, as I call it. And that's essentially creating a career path for everybody. We have 400 and something buildings across this nation on 40 states. We have 20-something thousand employees that work for us every day, and each one of them deserve a career path. And they should know. It's a focus of the C-suite, it's a focus of mine to make sure that they're in an environment where they feel valued and they feel like they have an opportunity to grow their career. You don't have to leave Discovery to have a 25-year career in senior living. With our growth especially, we have that opportunity sitting here right today. Yeah, expectations, and really another way to ask what expectations should they have for themselves is really that accountability word, right? And I think we are accountable to ourselves, we're accountable to our peers, we're certainly accountable to our leaders as we go forward in the organization. And people execute their roles and responsibilities. Accountability is really, really important for our organization. In fact, it's part of our pillars. And so holding yourself accountable is your first stop, right? And with a good culture, as we were just talking about, others will also hold you accountable and vice versa. And you should hold other people accountable for doing their part. Because when we all do our part and we're accountable to ourselves on the actions that we undertake every day, you know, we really do create that jigsaw puzzle I was talking about in that beautiful canvas of the photo that comes out at the end. So that's really important. Accountability has always been important to me. Most people know I'm an ex-military guy. We have been ingrained with accountability, and there's a reason. There's consequences for a lack of accountability that is detrimental to our culture, and as I had just talked about, you know, I'm pretty protective of that culture. We have to stay focused in 2026 to take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of us. We are going to focus on our performance as we always do. That is a highlight for us. We're definitely going to focus on our efficiencies as we go forward in the organization. We're going to continue to work hard. We're going to continue to lead the industry. You guys know, everybody knows that we will grow. How fast, it'll depend on the opportunities and our ability to take advantage of those opportunities. But we will grow and we'll continue to evolve things both inside of our company, but as I talked about before, team members should understand it's more than just our company. we're helping the industry evolve, and that's part of our duty and our responsibility in this space. What makes me most proud of the team right now? That's a good question. The list is very, very long, so picking out the most is a little difficult. But I think the ability to navigate change, that's not an easy skill to adapt to. And we're in constant evolution mode. And because we're in constant evolution mode, that means we're in constant change mode. But we're also an organization that prides itself on performing and outperforming. And because of that, being able to adapt to change, navigate that, and perform at the same time, that's a skill that very few companies can master. And we talked about our culture, and it's the foundation of this. Having a culture where you have great team members, great leaders that can navigate both of those things, that makes me pretty proud.